guys, it's time to check your email. The system will have sent your login information to the email that you provided as long as the payment was done. Now, in case you didn't get that email within 15 minutes, make sure you check your spam folders. It can sometimes happen. Once you've got that email, you're going to see the link that you can click on to now connect to your hosting account. So I've clicked on the link. I was able to use thatambitious.com instead of the IP address because the .com is already ready to go and has propagated across the internet. So in case that link doesn't work for you, just hold off for about 24 hours and it will automatically appear eventually. If not, well, just use the IP address. Both of the links are provided in the email. So I've got my username, I've got my password. Let's log in and see what we've got. Now that you've logged in, a whole new world opens up in front of you. You have many various options so that you can control and manage your hosting account. So we're not going to get into all of these options for now, but we're going to go down to our next step, which is installing WordPress. This is the first step of our e-commerce solution. We're going to need an easy content management system, and that's what WordPress is. It's going to allow you to customize the look and feel and functionality of your project. It's really easy to do. We're going to go down to the Softaculous Apps installer. There you will find the WordPress icon. Click it. We're going to click Install Now. So let's begin the software setup. We're going to choose an installation URL. We're going to choose a protocol. So basically we need to install our website as HTTPS, which is also included in your account. Here we're going to be careful. By default, we have a directory that is selected. It is WP. I actually suggest that you install only in the root of the domain. So we would leave this empty. Here you'll find the latest version, 5.9 at this time of recording is the latest version. I'm going to give my site a name. This can actually be changed later on as well. Business development. These are options to enable a multi-site, disable WordPress cron. We're not going to do anything like that for now. Here, since you all have seen my password, this is not the password I'm going to select. Rather, I'm going to hide it. Click on the key. Which will have selected a strong password, and I could even select an even stronger password so that I can attain 100 points here. My admin email, we can leave this at admin. This also can be changed later on. I can select the language here, English. We can select some plugins, but we're going to manage that a lot later. Check on advanced options. There is nothing really that we need to do. We can leave this all by default. I can go ahead and select a theme. Now, of course, there are many themes available out there. For now, we're just going to select one and possibly change it later on. So I selected a theme. Like I said, this is something that we can change later on. You can also do a search to find a theme that might suit your project. As we can see, congratulations, the software was installed successfully. Suddenly, by clicking on this link here, I will see my website. I will also have a link to the administrative URL where I will be able to log into the back end of my website. Here we see the front end of my website. Of course, there's lots of work yet to be done, but WordPress is installed. I can now go and click on my administrative URL, and I am automatically logged into my dashboard. Please note that if you later on log out of the dashboard, that your username and password will be what you had selected in a couple steps earlier. So I logged out so that I'm able to test my credentials. Let's see. Perfect. We're logged back in again. So as we said, it's possible to change the theme later on. So from your dashboard, click on Appearance and Themes. Now obviously you can go out on the internet and search for any theme that might be recommended to you. That's fine. We actually suggest that you visit Template Monster if you want more of a choice. In this particular situation, we're going to be working later on with WooCommerce for our e-commerce solution. So by clicking on there, you're going to find a lot of choice, and it's really not that expensive. But for the sake of this video, we're going to go back to our dashboard in WordPress and use the themes that are available through the theme search. So what you need to do here is click on Add New. You can click on or search WooCommerce if you like, because this is the solution that we are looking into, or you can simply choose Popular. One theme that I like to use a lot is this one right here, Astra. And I'm going to show you why. First of all, it's got a 5-star rating, over 5,000 ratings here. It is a theme that is kept up to date. This is very important. Your theme has to be kept up to date. As good as WordPress is, it can be hacked. It is open source, and if you do not keep your project up to date, there's a good chance that you will be hacked. Now, look at in the description here. It is a template that is suitable for WooCommerce storefront. It is for a business website. It also works with Elementor. This is another tool that we're going to be adding. So WooCommerce ready. It's responsive. It looks good on smartphones. This is the one that I'm choosing. I'm going to click on Install. It's installed. It's that easy. Now all we have to do is activate it. So there we go. If you want to have a look at what it looks like so far, of course it needs to be customized so it looks pretty plain, but the main elements are there. Let's go back now to our second step. That will be to install Elementor. To do that, we're going to go and click on Plugins. Going to click Add New. Keyword Elementor. And here we're going to install the Elementor website builder. It makes everything so much easier. Again, it's mobile responsive and it has a drag and drop page builder. Let's go ahead and click Install now. And then activate. So here's Elementor now in our menu. Moving on, we're going to want to protect your website from spam. So the best anti-spam is already integrated in WordPress. All we have to do is go ahead and activate it. But of course, first you're going to need to set up your account. If your website is for personal use, you do not have to pay anything. You can name your price, but if you are using it for commercial use, you will need to select an account. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. It's going to provide me with an API key. So once I've selected the account that I want for my project, I will be getting, or I did get, an email verification code, which I'll now go back to my website and enter in. Actually, not to my website, but to the anti-spam website where they had asked me to paste my code and confirm my email. So this is being done. So as it says here, they're giving me the instructions to go back and enter the API key, which will be in my email. I won't show you that key, but I'll go ahead and set it up now. So just as it shows right here, it's going to be in my plugin section, and click on Settings. And I'm going to click on Manually Enter an API Key. So I've blanked out my API key so you don't see it. I've also selected Silently Discard the worst and most pervasive spam so I never see it. And I'm going to go ahead and click Save Changes. So now if I go back and click on Plugins, I'll see that I have my anti-spam ready, activated. I have my website builder activated. This Hello Dolly thing, I'm going to get rid of. I'm going to delete it. Good. 2 plugins so far. So as you can see, I have a message in my dashboard that says, "Thank you for installing Astra." And I have a Get Started button. Now, I'm not going to get into how to customize or actually complete the building of the website. There's plenty more videos on the internet on how to do that, and there's a lot of steps to it, and it takes a lot of time. This is just the basics of how to get your website up and running. The next thing I want to do is install some protection. This is very important. So there's another free tool that you can use. There's also a pro version if you want, but this free tool that we highly suggest that you install is called WordFence. Let's install it. WordFence Security, Firewall, and Malware Scan. Click Install now. Now that it's installed, it's time to activate the WordFence Security plugin. Now, WordFence is going to send you security alerts from time to time. Now, do not be alarmed. WordPress websites are often targeted randomly, not necessarily targeting you directly. They are scanning the internet for WordPress sites, and they try to hack into them. So with WordFence, at least you're going to have some basic protection. So I'm going to go ahead and enter in my email so that I will get the security alerts. I've read and agreed to the terms, and now I click on Continue. But first, I have to choose if I want to be in their mailing list. Yeah, sure, why not? It'll keep us up to date with some of new fixes, some of the dangers that are out there. Let's click on Continue. Perfect. So now, I would strongly suggest upgrading to Premium because you can never have enough protection on your website. In this case, for now, since we're still keeping in mind that this website's practically costing us nothing, I'm going to click on No Thanks. Okay, so it looks like we pretty much have our basic website up and running. It costs us next to nothing. Now the only step is to make it or turn it into an e-commerce website. And that's what we're going to do next.